Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Cut your boy, P-Fog. Thinking right out here in the lab. Where I do what I do for you. Nice little lesson. Again, life lesson. And this is going to be one like, let's talk about, let me ask the question. How about that? How do you know you're living right? Put the question mark there. I'll be back to that in a little bit. Let's go. Rightism. Think about the answer for yourself. I got mine already written down. You got a chance to put it together for yourself. All right, let's go. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission. And I'm on it. It's to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to, know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I get through. Yeah, that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you, right thinkers? Know thyself and always to Maya, be true. I asked the question, right thinkers. Let's talk about how do you know if you're living right? According to Mr. Right, when you have no friends. Oh, that's the last thing they thought about. Yeah, let me break it down for you right quick. This is just my opinion about this concept of friends and living right. Had a bunch of friends. Wasn't living right though. All right. I remember asking my pastor why I have no friends. He said, "Oh no, brother, right? That's God sanctifying you." Okay, I didn't question. I go with that. About a few years later, okay, it has to be some truth to it because when I started living right, I didn't have a bunch of, people doing what I was doing and involved what I was doing. I'm like, okay, let me just see. And year after year, I'm like, about 5 years, I said, brother, pastor, it's been a while now. How much more sanctified I got to get, okay? And I have been teaching and living my right thinking for what the last 10 years. And I have no friends. Associates, yeah, no friends. And I don't get it. If everybody claim to want to do good, I only hang out with people who claim to, shake, laugh around and all that good stuff. I'm just saying. It's funny. It's just funny. When you profess something or you claim something, okay, but then you ain't, yeah, I leave that alone, okay? So personally, I laugh to myself with tears of joy every time I'm thanking God for what? Being there for me and not having no friends. I don't give a damn about friends. Why? They can't do what God does for me, and that's blessed me on a daily basis. So I ain't beat for no friends at this point. I'm sanctified. Why? God put me in a position to be and do, and nobody want to deal with me. I ain't got a problem with that. I'm not at all. Oh, you know, I ain't playing at all. Trust me, that's the least of my complaints. I have been saying this for years now. God's servants, not the ones who profess it, all them preachers of it, not, no, but real God servants don't have friends. I'm finding that out for myself. I'm not, no, I didn't hear about that. No, I just, dude, and my pastor, he got no friends. Dude, you the nicest, humblest, goodest guy I know. You ain't got friends? All y'all passed, all y'all, no, y'all messing with me, brother, right? Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. It's 13 churches. You one of the 13 pastors. And y'all don't intimate? No, brother, right? So that tell me what? You got BS even in religion. Okay, you got haters even in they claim to be good. That's what it tells me. So I'm not beeful. Oh, because your title, you so and so, don't mean a damn thing. Okay, moving on. And every person I know who served the Lord in earnest are friendless. I'm just finding that out. I didn't know that. I have no idea. Man, friends was the least of my concern. My pastor, this brother, is one of the most humblest, righteous persons I know. I will bank on that guy. Okay, I will. Yeah, I'm putting my money on him. Put the house on my dude. Simple as that. That's how much I trust him. Okay, why? That's how much he showed me he can be trusted. Okay, understand that. You don't get that. My fault is loyalty. I was loyal to him to the end. Still loyal. Yeah. So I know y'all believers and you believe in somebody and loyal to somebody, no matter what they do, you still gonna be loyal. So I understand that. Why? I got that character flaw in me. Moving on. And it ain't good. After about 5 years, I said, Pastor, again, why no friends? You know, brother, right? And everybody who say, what they say don't. I'm seeing that. I said, I thought that was on the streets. I thought that was in the hustle. I thought that was in prison. I thought that was out in the, but in church too. He said, yeah, brother, right? He gave it to me straight. I said, so church people not different? No, brother, right? Brother can't get no more honest than that. You I love that. Why? He ain't got a candy coated. He didn't try to. Nope, straight out. Okay, I had to deal with that. Okay, that's the truth. I like that kind of truth. That's hardcore facts. I didn't want to hear that. I didn't think that, but that's the truth. So I deal with that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You ain't got to like it, no. But if it is what it is, that's what you do. Moving on, and I have no problem with that. He said, but right, I have been walking with Christ since I was 15 years old. When I met him, I think we was 18, 19 years old. Okay, so he been walking that walk a long time with Christ. I done walked with, oh man, I done walked with, well, I done did a few walks with a few people. But it wasn't until I started walking alone that I found me. Okay. And when I got to where I needed to be, guess who was there? Ain't nothing like seeing the face of a good friend when you somewhere in new territory and you don't know nobody. I'm comfortable now in my spiritual evolution when I come to being there. My pastor, he never complained about nothing. I've been with this brother over 40 some years. Okay, we was young kids together. Now we old men. And this brother ain't complained a day. I speak from experience. Okay. I was with him when the business went. I still got keys to the business that we was in together back in the day when we was doing our thing. Okay. Bunch of people start out with him. I only one in there, and we still together. But now, since becoming the right thinker, enlightened being, when I got my calling, the first person I called was my dude. We cried. We've been together ever since. Okay. And I've met a few good people. Okay. We all have the same problem. No friends. What the? That just drives that. It's something to it. It's got to be why. Because if you serving them, you ain't got a whole bunch of other people. My church family, I love them. Why? Without them, I got none. I look forward to seeing them on Sunday. Okay. Why? I can hang out with people who do like I do, who profess what I profess about God, and they live it, doing, and being. I respect that, and those are people I hang out with. My pastor's family pretty much run the church, and I call them my spiritual family, my spiritual friends. Why? They walk the walk that they talk. I respect that. I love that. I got nothing but respect for anybody who does that, whether you're Muslim, Christian, a Jew, atheist. I don't care. If you're a good atheist, my respect for you. No problem. That's what you're doing, my man. Knock yourself out. Go for it. Again, when you are living right, don't nothing outside of you really concerns you. That's the wake up call when you realize what? Nobody really give a damn about you anyway. Think about it. And I had to come to grips to that. Nobody gives a damn about you. And what's this? When you're living right and other family and friends don't like you for what? Doing what they're not able to do. They want to do it, but I don't know what the reason. Don't care. Don't have a could care less. I'm doing it. Okay. And the people who do it, I respect them. Why? That's what I do. Same thing they do. I ain't got a problem with that. But when you're trying to self improve, self, first of all, means you. Improvement means you want to do better. So you can't self improve by not making changes in you. Self improvement is what? Trying to live right, being your best self when daily. Why? Because God loves those who what? Serve him in earnest. God bless the cheerful giver. If you're a giving, kind person, you're good. If you're a sneaky, deceitful person, you're going to always have issues. And I'm not here to play that. I could care less. I just make it real simple. It ain't but two choices, right or wrong. If yours ain't being blessed, it's wrong. Simple as that. Moving on. I'm not here to, nope, ain't got time for that. But I want to give you concepts. If me, improving me, bothers you, yeah, you need, well, you're not a friend, okay? You're not a friend of mine. If me being my best self bothers you, you can't say you're my friend. If me being a man of my word and practicing when I preach and teach annoys you, you can't be my friend. Moving on. If you're serving the same God that I serve, or the God you understand, because that's why I serve the God of my understanding, I got a problem with that, whatever you call him. And but if the God that you're serving and you're being blessed on a daily basis by the God you serve, you really need friends? Or you really worried about friends? I figured that part out too. I'm starting to see the trend. I'm starting to catch on to this thing, so to speak. When you do something, you're starting to figure it out. To keep doing something that ain't really working. Why? So as I'm going through this little thing now, I'm like, yeah, y'all, everybody, no, everybody what they claim to be. So I'm learning that too. Again, I'm learning my life lessons as I go, and I'm giving it to you as I learn it. Why? You might want to take heed to some of this stuff. Why? I'm learning too. That's why. All right. And I'm finding out, and I'm learning for myself. Again, these are all my lessons in life. I'm just passing on to you. I'm learning that the closer you are to God, the further you are away from people. I can't wait to talk to my mother-in-law because we're gonna have a good time with that one. And we had these conversations about life, about living. And she's right on point. Her first did. Well, you got that thing. Well, you got that. Yeah, I know God, understand God. I can profess God. I can break God down. I know God. And I see things for what they are. And now people talk that good talk, and most of y'all are religious, but y'all hate for what? Me walking the walk. You like to talk it. I like to walk it. Don't be mad at me for walking it, and all you want to do is talk it. I'm seeing that too. A lot of that. I'm like, you the one claiming to be so holier than thou. Why me living it? You got to follow it. You should be living it too. If we are God's servants, anybody profess to be this, you are a servant of God. If that's what you do, you should be serving Him. Okay. But why are we not together in serving Him? My pastor's a diehard devout Christian with that book. I don't give two craps about that book. But respectfully for what it did for him, I got to respect it. Why? It got him where he is. He where I am. Can't knock it. That's what I'm saying. Of course, it ain't your thing. Don't make it right or wrong. It just ain't your thing. Okay? And I've learned to understand that. And every week, I fellowship with religious people who are serious about what they do, just like me. And I'm loving that. Why? That's why I like to be in an atmosphere, an environment that's conducive to be spiritually enlightened, have fun, enjoy the company you're in. That's it. I look forward to that. That's one of my personal life pet peeve routines. Okay, enjoy that. But if, as a Christian man, if a, and okay, I had a question. This is the question: if a Christian man marries a Muslim, Do the Christian have to change God, or the Muslim have to change God from Christ to Allah or Allah to Christ? I just had a conversation with my brother and my sister, my brother and my sister. He's a Muslim, she's a Christian. And I'm seeing her becoming more Islamic, in her garb and the way she wears. And I said, "You're looking awful sister, okay?" Which I don't have a problem with. I know why. Because they was sweethearts as kids. They 70-something years old now. I know religion ain't gonna keep them apart. Okay, so I'm watching them grow and I'm loving it. Why? That proves my point. You ain't got to give up nothing. They said they both said the same thing. You ain't got to give up nothing. Okay, but if y'all Muslim and Christians, somebody got to. So again, I understand it. I just messing with them. All right, but my thing is, ain't but one God. What did you call them? Don't make a difference. Still just one God. And if what you practicing is good, me practicing when I practice should not have a problem. Okay, they can coexist. Always can. I'm moving on. Or if it's the other way around, again, I just put the question to them, and they both said the same thing. You ain't got to change nothing. Love supersedes religion. So do knowledge of self. That's my point. There's something past religion. Religion ain't the end all be all. So if that's what you think, that's fine, but that ain't my thing. Moving on. Wrapping it up. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. This is a life lesson. Right thinkers. I must be living right. What you mean? I have no friends to this day. Oh, wait a minute. No. Excuse me. I got this. I must have this right living thing down pat. Why? I got it so good. I ain't got a friend. I ain't had a friend in years. And starting to realize maybe that's just the way it is. And I ain't got a problem with it. And I had to stop. Excuse me. I personally had to start reaching out. What? To find a friend. I've been down 3 years. My New Year's resolution is I'm not doing that no more. And every year it got less. And now I'm to the point where I don't even care anymore. Why? Because ain't nobody reached out to me. My phone don't ring, so I'm not beat for it. Again, I'm just living, and I'm good with that. All right. I had to stop reaching out for those who I thought were my friends. And again, I found out in life I was wrong. I'll be the first to admit when I'm wrong. I hate being wrong, but when I'm wrong, I'm going to admit it. Why? Because I ain't trying to be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to correct that. Simple as that. I'm not going to argue about being wrong. No. I'm correct it. And some things that I think and feel when I find out that I was wrong, I move on. I'm not beat for that. I'm walking with God daily. And I'm walking friendless. What the? That's just what I'm trying to point out to you. I don't set the thing. I just see it what it is. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not a problem with that, but that's just the way it is. I wish I had more, spiritual friends. I can be spiritually, have good conversation, enjoy the blessings, and share good stuff. Can't do that. So moving on. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. I could care less. But don't get me wrong. I'm just making it a point that that's real. That's a fact of life. Again, right is a life lesson. I'm learning as I go. I'm teaching you as I get in myself. And this is another one I'm learning. Okay, I ain't beat for that either. Wrapping it up again. Appreciate you tuning in. Maybe that's why I have no friends. Why? I keep it real, and that's living right. And my question to all those, how you living? Oh, if you ain't living right, yeah, I ain't your cup of tea. I understand that. But guess what? Do you have friends? That'll decide how you living. From what I understand, if you got friends, hmm, hope you enjoy the lesson. I'll leave that there. Right thinkers, yeah, I'm loving this. May you all live to be 100, me, 100 miles a day. So I know none of my right thinkers who are living right or not living right have passed away. Your choice. I made mine.